Close your eyes, let the world fade. Let your thoughts blur and your senses loosen their grip. And then, something remarkable happens. A world forms, not out of atoms or stars, but out of imagination. A landscape shaped by your memories, fears, desires, and forgotten fragments of your life. We call it a dream. But what if it's something much bigger? What if every dream you've ever had, every place, every event, every person, wasn't just in your mind, but an entire universe created in the moment you experienced it? What if dreams aren't illusions, but portals? What if every dream is a real universe? To even consider this possibility, we must step outside everything we think we know about consciousness, reality, and creation. Because if dreams are real universes, then the human mind is not just a receiver of experience, it is a generator of worlds. Let's begin with a strange fact. When you dream, you create entire realities that function independently of the physical world. You construct environments with architecture, weather, objects, rules. You create characters that think, speak, and respond with emotions. You experience time, movement, sensation, and story. In a dream, you are surrounded by a world that feels just as real as waking life, until you wake up. But ask yourself, what makes waking life more real than a dream? Both are experiences happening inside consciousness. Neuroscience shows that when you dream, your brain activates the same regions used to perceive waking reality. The same visual cortex fires, the same auditory pathways activate, the same emotional circuits engage. The brain does not mark dreams as fake, it treats them as reality. So if your mind can generate a reality indistinguishable from the physical world, how do you know your physical world isn't just another layer of dreaming, a deeper, more stable one? Which brings us to a radical possibility from modern physics. Consciousness and reality might not be separate. Consciousness might shape reality, maybe even create it. Some interpretations of quantum mechanics suggest that observation collapses probability into existence. Until something is observed, it exists only as potential. But what is observation? Not the eye, not the brain, but consciousness itself. If consciousness brings reality into existence, then dreams, which emerge directly from consciousness, might not be less real than anything else. They may simply operate in a different dimension, a different layer of existence. Some physicists even propose that consciousness could be multidimensional, capable of interacting with multiple layers of reality simultaneously. Dreams might be the moments where we slip into those other layers. But let's explore an even stranger idea. What if dreams are not created by the brain, but accessed by the brain? Think of your mind as a radio. When you sleep, the frequency shifts, and suddenly you tune into another universe, a universe where your consciousness temporarily inhabits, a version of you that lives under different rules, different physics, different histories. Have you ever dreamed of a place you've never visited, yet somehow felt deeply familiar? Have you ever met people in dreams who felt as real as anyone you know? Have you ever experienced events in dreams so intense that they changed your waking emotions? What if those experiences weren't invented, but remembered? Quantum theories such as the many worlds interpretation suggest that every possible outcome of every event creates a new universe. Infinite universes, infinite variations, infinite versions of you. Somewhere, there is a version of you that made every choice you didn't. Somewhere, there is a world where history unfolded differently. Somewhere, there is a life that feels like a dream. So what if dreams are bridges, fleeting connections between your consciousness and your alternate selves? That would explain why dreams feel both familiar and alien, why they reflect your thoughts yet also surprise you, why they sometimes reveal knowledge you didn't know you had. Maybe when you dream, your consciousness drifts through the multiverse, but there is another possibility, even more mind-bending. What if dreams are universes created in the moment they are imagined? In this model, consciousness isn't just exploring pre-existing worlds, it is generating new ones. Every dream becomes a fresh reality. Every thought becomes a seed of existence. Every imagined landscape becomes a cosmos with its own physics, its own timeline, its own potential beings. Some physicists propose that the universe itself may be a self-generated simulation, born from pure information. Dreams too are pure information, complex systems of patterns, structures, and rules. If the universe can emerge from information, why not dream universes? In this case, you are not just a visitor, you are a creator. When you dream of a city, that city becomes real, in a dimension inaccessible from waking life. When you dream of water, you create oceans. When you dream of a person, you create a consciousness. When you dream of a story, you create history. That when you wake up, the universe continues evolving without you. Your dream lives on. Think of the billions of people dreaming every night. Billions of universes sparked into existence. An infinite cascade of realities branching from sleeping minds. We may be living in a universe that itself began as a dream. The dream of something greater than matter, greater than physics, greater than time. What if the Big Bang was the moment consciousness began imagining? But if dreams are real universes, then what happens when we wake up? Does the dream collapse, like a quantum wave? Does the universe continue without our awareness? Does it evolve new life, new stories, new physics? Do the beings within it continue experiencing their world, unaware they began as a fragment of your consciousness? Or, more unsettling, are we the dream of something else? If your dreams generate worlds, why wouldn't larger consciousnesses generate even larger worlds? Maybe we are living in a dream within a dream within a dream, infinite layers of consciousness, each creating the next dot. This is the idea found in ancient Indian philosophy, where the universe is the dream of Brahman. It echoes in Tibetan Buddhism, where reality is described as mind. It appears in Gnostic thought, where the world is formed by a cosmic mind. Even some modern scientists entertain the possibility that reality is more like a thought than a thing. Perhaps existence is a chain of dreams, each consciousness birthing another universe. And if that is true, death may not be the end. It may be awakening from one dream into another. So what if every dream is a real universe? It means your imagination is not a private fantasy, but a cosmic force, a generator of realities. It means the boundaries between dreaming and waking are thinner than you think. It means consciousness is far more powerful, far more expansive than science currently understands. It means the multiverse might be far larger than physics predicts. Not just infinite universes splitting from quantum events, but infinite universes emerging from every mind that has ever existed. It means your dreams are not meaningless. They are not random. They are not fake. They are windows into existence. They are worlds with their own laws and stories. They are proof that reality is not solid, but fluid, alive, creative, ever-evolving. And maybe, just maybe, your waking life is also a dream, a deeper, more consistent, more immersive universe inside a consciousness far greater than your own. If dreams are universes, then reality is a dream with rules, and consciousness is the architect of everything. Perhaps we are all dreamers. Perhaps we are all dreams. Perhaps the universe is dreaming us so it can experience itself through every possible form. And when we sleep, we become dreamers within the dream, continuing the cycle of creation forever.